in audio. 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 In audio.
I'm on mute. Sorry, I was on mute there. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's good. We are back for another video. This is the call-in show. Make sure you do smash the like button on the video. Everyone right now, if you're here, there's no excuse to smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? You lot are here every day, so it should be second nature to you guys. So hit the like button, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and we're gonna get into it, man. Call in show. This is your time to call in and have your say. We are going to be talking about the Manchester Derby and whether you feel like it's a turning point for Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying? So big game. Um, we don't often do these calling shows, so I thought, you know what? Let's do it now. Let's see what you lot are saying. Let's see what the vibe is. And yeah, man, let's get straight into it, man. Big up to everybody who's here. And I'm going to put the link into the chat. Make sure you have your camera on. And yeah, come and have your say. Big up to the community. There we go. The link is in the chat right now. Let me just put the pin chat there. And yeah, come in, have your say. And yeah, let's get it cracking, people. Come and have your say. Let's go get it. Let's go and get it, man. Let's get DJ Paul in the building. DJ Paul, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I just wanted to just call in briefly and just say some few things. Um
Well, for
turning
golf,
point,
bro.
turning point for Ten Hag against Manchester City. No, there's no turning point. Anyone who thinks
Okay.
going to get a result on Sunday is a joker. We're not going to. We should
Okay.
be hoping that we don't concede more than 3 goals because that's literally what I see right now. I don't see any turning point. I think all the wins that we've gotten these past few weeks unconvincing. No style of play, no nothing. Just being bailed out by I don't know, a set piece or maybe a world class goal. There's no turning point. I just feel like we're going to get smashed to pieces. We're going to lose to Newcastle as well, and maybe win against Fulham. But for me, it's just this whole team is uninspiring. There's nothing about this team that inspires me. The manager is not inspiring. The players are not inspiring. You know, I hear a rumor that we were about to re-sign De Gea. I think they said it's false now, but imagine if
it's false now, apparently.
imagine if that was if that was the case, then that really is you literally have just wasted $42 million on something that could have been, you know, that could be used on a different position. I don't think we're going to get a result at all. And I'm just fearing the worst. Yeah. And I just want to say one more thing before I go. Erik Ten Hag's treatment of Jadon Sancho is a fucking disgrace. I'm actually going, like, listen, it's one thing about football. And for me, I'm like, yeah, Sancho should go. He should go in January. It is what it is. But all this stuff that I'm seeing about, you can't use the cafeteria, you can't use certain facilities. Bro, at this point, this is human rights violation. And anybody in this fan base who's backing this is a fucking idiot. And I'm going to call it out right now. You're a fucking idiot if you back some shit like that. Because that's not cool. Cool, yeah, has anybody else fallen out with the manager and gotten this type of treatment before? So why are we backing bad behavior? Why are we backing poor management from the club? Why are we doing that? All because he didn't say sorry. What type of shit is that? And you know how it's so stupid is because if this was actually in a normal workplace, you would actually call the welfare people and be like, yo, look, I'm being treated like shit at my job. What type of shit is this? So I just really needed to say that because I just saw it and I just really, for me, it just put me in a very bad place. Like, cool, yes, he said something that you didn't like and you froze him out of the team. But that's where it should end. A player who has not played in the last month. We keep hearing more leaks about a guy who hasn't played last month than the shitty players on the pitch who are not even performing. For me, it's an agenda, and it just for me, I just hope in January both parties would just cut loose and just go, because I'm just tired of seeing this every time. And I don't really like to throw in the race card, but this is just really what it's going to. This fan base just loves a scapegoat. And I just hope for his sake, he just needs to go and just put this whole Manchester United thing behind him. That's all really I needed to say. You have a good show.
The chat want you to leave it on a positive. Is there any positive you want to leave it on before you go?
There's no positives, bro. There's no positives. United keep taking L after L every week. There's no positives. The only positive I see right now, literally, is, and I'll say it, if this manager just gets sacked. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I know people, we don't want to keep going back to sacking managers, but there's nothing. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. Everyone keeps making excuses for why he can't play good football. And I'm not even saying you should win anything. Just play good football. Play good football. It doesn't even necessarily even mean challenge. Just play like you know how to make like you know how to play football. That's just all it is. The bare minimum. But I see that, you know, it's too much. So it is what it is, man. We'll learn the hard way. We'll learn the hard way. So we just hope.
We will definitely learn the hard way, man, because that's how it's turning out right now. I tell you that, man. So we will definitely indeed. But listen, Paul, it's been a pleasure, and we'll catch up soon anyway. Big up to you, bro.
Have a good show.
Yeah, you too, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to everybody here. Make sure you are liking the video, people. Nearly 200 of you in the building. Make sure you come and have your say. Pin chat to call in. Make sure you have your camera on. Preferably if you're a United fan as well. That would be great, because it is a Man United fan calling show. So if you are a United fan, come back in a bit, and then we'll get the United fans in first. Let's bring in Jabbers. Is it Jabbers? Jabs?
Jabs.
Jabs, what are you saying?
Yeah, man. What's up? We're talking
Not too bad, man. Not. So say that again.
We're talking about the derby.
Yeah, just not generally. How are you feeling towards the derby? Give me your team. You know what I mean? And just in general, what's your feeling going to the derby?
Yeah, obviously not feeling great. I think Man City. Do you remember two seasons ago when they beat us 2-0, but it felt like 10? I think this time it's gonna be more direct and more ruthless, and they'll score more goals and create more chances. I don't think this time they're gonna dominate us like with the ball, but I think they'll be more direct because they've got Haaland there now. So I think they'll be more direct. They don't have De Bruyne, so the best way to make it a tight game is just make it an ugly game. Really, just cut the supply line out for Haaland. I see Arsenal fans saying they pocketed Haaland. Not really. They pocketed the supply line for Haaland, which then made it difficult. So we just need to make sure that Alvarez and Foden stay out the game. Mark them. Do whatever it takes. So yeah, in terms of lineup, I'd say Anana. I'd say Reguilon, Dalot. Same back four as the last game against Copenhagen. And then I put midfield has to be packed. It has to be serious on Sunday. Proper physical, intense midfield like Casemiro. Is Casemiro back for this game?
Yeah, he's back. He's back for the game. Yeah.
I'd start Cass. I'd start Amrabat. I'd drop the rodent. The captain. I'd drop Rashford as well. I'd start Mount. I'd start Pelestri on the right. I'd start I'd start Pelestri on the right. I'd start Højlund and I'd start Martial as well to help us press better. Because remember the game at Old Trafford last season, the first half, I don't think I've ever seen Man City build up so slowly. And it was all because Martial cut out that passing lane between Rodri and Ederson. So yeah, just make it a physical, tight, ugly game. Really, that's the only chance that we have.
Do you see us getting the result? Do you think Ten Hag has what it takes to turn it around?
No, beating Man City isn't going to turn anything around. Beating Man City it's not going to make the manager double think, or sorry, how do you say it? Rethink building the team around two bums rather than your talented players. He's not going to change the style of play or start different players. when Rants and everyone was saying Ten Hag out, I was saying, you know what? I'll give him one more chance just to see if he can rethink that idea of building the team around Rashford and Bruno. He hasn't changed anything. In fact, he's dropped almost everyone, barring those two. So I'm officially Ten Hag out. I was Ten Hag out a couple of weeks ago, I think. I can't remember exactly when, but I'm Ten Hag out now because he proved to me he's not going to change anything. He proved to me that he's a little bit too stubborn towards certain players. And unfortunately, what Ten Hag has done to Sancho, if that's Mourinho, Lord have mercy. If that's Mourinho, everyone's on him. But because it's Ten Hag, it's you have to let the manager manage. Look at Arteta. Why are we looking at other teams? We're not Arsenal. We're way bigger than Arsenal. We need to move managers on quickly. Get this manager out. Get someone else in. I don't think there's any other manager in Europe who can spend 400 million pounds worse than what he's done. But yeah, I gave him a chance, so I can't really, I backed them, so I'm not gonna regret it. So that's about it.
Okay. Big up to you, Jabs. Appreciate you coming on, man, and we'll chat soon, bro. Big up to you, man.
That Mandem Talk show, that's elite, bro. Elite show.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the love, man. Come on, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up, man. Let's bring on Chris. Chris, what you say, brother?
Yo, I was telling my brother to be quiet. He's in the room.
Yeah, no worries, bro. What you saying, bro?
I realized that we should get a new manager, just because we should get a new manager until it works. That's where I'm at, because I know if you keep on with this manager, it's gonna fail. So, what's the point of just sticking with him, because he's gonna fail? He's not that guy. Bruno, he's trash, man. He's trash. This guy scammed me, bro. He's actually shit. Bro, he's dead, man. He's dead, bro. I would play Amrabat, and then I have to go McTominay and Eriksen in the 10, because Bruno's dead, man. I'd drop him. But I know this manager's going to play him. Bold fraud, man. About era's come to an end.
What? Well, what's made you flip? Because I know you were Ten Hag out the last time we called. What's made you flip? What's made you kind of not believe in him anymore?
I did, because he sacrificed his system for players that are shit. At least the players need to at least be good if you're gonna sacrifice your system. For example, let's say Ronaldo for Juventus, right? He still had elite finishing, so you might not press because Ronaldo's a bit older. But you know that he has elite finishing, so you can change your system for him because he's an elite player. But Bruno, he's shit. Rashford, he's a form player, and if you're a form player, that means you're not a good player. So that's where I'm at. Also, with the Man City game, one thing that worries me the most, that Doku guy, bro, he's gonna turn the low into
proper.
Ice.
He's proper, man. He's listen, man. I'm telling you now, he's the battle that for me I'm scared of. He's the one that I know Haaland's there, but Doku's gonna be dangerous, man.
I'm telling you, this guy is gonna have the low twerking, bro. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad, bro. It's gonna be mad, bro. Yo, this is why Wan-Bissaka, why did you have to do this? Why did you have to get injured? Because
I know, man. I've been saying 1v1, you would have locked him up.
I'm praying, because that Doku guy, he's sick, man. He's gonna cook the load hard. The load needs to stay back. I don't want to see no attacking from him. But the thing is, though, on the left, we usually attack more on the right recently. So if the load's gonna press forward, if Man City get the ball there and Doku has a free run, it's gonna be peak. You know what I could see? I could see City doing a smash and grab, not even dominating the ball, just a smash and grab.
Yeah, I was thinking that a lot. You know what it is? If they get the early goal, then I think they'll destroy us. But if the game goes into halftime 0-0, you know what I mean? It might not be as convincing as, because he's not been playing that great this season when you deep it.
But Said,
United might offer them the biggest kind of
You know when you said that if Ten Hag wins, this is gonna be him coming back again. But you know, if Ten Hag wins this game, I'll put money on it. The next game, we'll play shit and we'll lose. Because we beat Man City on the Ollie and we were still shit. So it doesn't matter if we win the game or not. We're still going to be shit at the end of the day. We're actually dead, man. We're so dead, bro.
Rashford, you just don't have no hope then. You have no hope then.
I don't really have hope like that. But the thing is, though, I still feel like a proper manager can have these players playing good football. Look at Ange, man. Your Ange is the guy, bro. Look at what he has Tottenham playing. And And there's,
But
you
it's still
can't
early though.
excuse
Still early for Ange. Still early for Ange. You know what I mean?
it.
Like
It
I
is,
know he's
it is
doing
early,
well.
but a style
Mm.
of play, you can't fake a style of play. You can't have like a purple patch when you're a new manager, but you can't fake a style of play. You saw with Ten Hag, he had like a really good run with the team, but his style of play was bad then. Well, he didn't have a proper style of play then. He still doesn't have a proper style of play now. I still think Ange will have a proper style of play, but maybe Tottenham are going to go through some stuff, injuries. The players are going to be inconsistent because they're not world class, but he still has a style of play and he's going to stick to that. Ten Hag didn't stick to that, and now it's peak. You have Rashford and Bruno in the team, and those two players are really, really, really bad right now. I still think Rashford can do something, but Bruno's like, he's just dead, man. He's just trash. He's just trash, man. But yeah, Ten Hag needs to get out, bro. I'm on what Moose is on, bro. Kick this Ten Hag guy out, bro. This bald fraud. He was saying the era's come to an end. Shout out to Rance. He was talking about his hairline, bro. That's what came to an end. His hairline came to an end, bro. He's bald. I think he was talking about that era because Man City won the treble, bro. This guy's a curse. How can you say era's come to an end and then you let Man City win a treble? Like, that's actually funny, though. I have to sit back and laugh at that. This guy's dead, man. He's not that guy.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you, man. We'll see, man. We'll see, man. Big up to you, though, Chris, man.
I hope we
Love
win.
at the time, man.
But I don't think anything will change, though.
Say no more. Say no
I was
more.
watching the man them talk. It was bare funny, man. Bare funny, bro.
Yeah.
I'm on what Traps and Musa are on, bro. Kick Ten Hag out, man. He's dead. Neji's moving.
Say no more.
Bruno's dead. Ten Hag is dead, bro. Get them out the club. They're trash.
Say no more. Say no more. Chris, big up to you, man. Love for coming on.
You too.
Come on, my guy. Big up, man. Let's bring on Mr. Strella. What are you saying, brother? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What are you saying, man?
Yeah, I'm blessed. What are you telling me?
I'm just listening to some of the fans that coming on this channel here. They're just talking blasphemy. It's crazy, man. Like, obviously,
why? What's going on?
I was really one of the starters that said I didn't want Ten Hag in the first place. If you remember, I was like, I don't really. There's nothing. He hasn't done anything major for him to warrant that United job. I wanted Zidane, if you remember clearly. Now that we have him, everyone's already established when we had him that they're going to have to give him at least 2-3 years to see any sort of improvement. That even this season now, I don't have a understanding of where we're going to finish. I don't care as long as I see a style of football at the end of the season. It's crazy now. It's crazy how he overachieved last season with all the same players that's let down multiple managers over multiple years. They're doing it again, and the one consistency that everyone keeps honing on is the manager and not the players. Everyone now wants to say Ange Ball because he's gone into Tottenham and had them playing like this. What people need to understand is when you come to United, it's like running for presidency in America. You promise all of these amazing things you're going to do until you actually get in there and you realize how much restrictions you are. You can only do so much little. The things that I'm not going to excuse him of is the formation, the player selection, because some of them are very questionable most of the time. But when people are saying, "Oh, let's get Ange in or let's get De Zerbi in," these managers are operating at decent level teams. One, because they're not managing the same size as United, and two, those teams have a structure of managers or employees to manage the club in the correct way. At United, we're saying Glazers out because we don't have that. And then when we're starting to fail on the pitch, we're now saying, "Oh, get the manager out." It's just like it's mind-boggling sometimes, man. You're telling me you're going to be calm about something, and then 2 seconds in, you're throwing your toys out the pram. So which one is it? We get Ten Hag out, go get another manager in. Let's say they do well again in the first season, and the same thing is going to repeat itself again, where the manager is going to hit a ceiling or a wall, and then we're now going to be saying get the manager out again, and the real parasites are still in the club. So it's like, at what point do you not want to actually focus on? Yeah, we can all agree and come to a common consensus that the football's rubbish, what we're seeing. But are we just going to go manager out, and then when the Glazers give it to us, we're begging the abuser to give us the help? Come on, man, does it make sense? And it's like people are just,
you know what? Do you think they've got? Do you think they've got a point now with the way we're playing, the style of football, the way we are right now? You know what I mean? Is it good enough for you though?
No,
I know the context is.
it's not good enough for me. But also, I'm not gonna be fickle-minded. Saeed, I've been watching the man them talk. I've been watching everything. Let's not be fickle-minded and be silly. This is not our fault. This is not our starting 11. The back five. First of all, I already said I don't know why we got rid of De Gea. Like I don't. There's some idiots on other fan channels that want to share off their 2 pence saying he was the main issue. I never said that's not changing because it was inevitable. He's been a good servant, but the mistakes have been coming too annoying now. But you don't go from being the guy with the top clean sheets to now wasting basically 50 million on a player who's shaky. You play a decent game against Copenhagen, make a save and that, and everyone's going to forget what's going to happen. Same thing as Harry Maguire. Spent 80 million on a shaky hand man. Man has a decent game against Copenhagen. Once again, I want to repeat, Copenhagen, because this is not even that Copenhagen. You have a decent game against them, and all of a sudden, the last 3 years of trash is eradicated. It doesn't work like that. I'm sorry. Like people need to understand, if Ten Hag got these signings, everyone's saying 400 million spent. First of all, he's not the negotiator. Fair enough, he's the one that probably said go get them players. He's not the one signing off on how. He's not the one giving 200,000 to Anthony from 20,000 euros a week. He's not saying, let's wait to the end of the window when they've said you're not going to get many cheaper from this point on. It's only going to go higher. He didn't say keep chasing him so you can spend over. He said, get me my player. Why do you have all these players to begin with? So he could have had pre-season with them. So there'd been no excuse. There's too many different excuses because even this pre-season, he came out after, I think it was the second game, and there was a few players that maybe went out the night before or something, or he wasn't happy with how their behavior was on the tour. And he called it out and said, these players are not doing what I want them to do. He said this, he gave us the warning before the season started. Now this has transpired. Everybody now wants to act like what's going on. The team that we have now is almost transpiring England, a team of individuals. Like Casemiro, in addition, he didn't want him. He wanted Frankie de Jong. Individualism. Rashford's been kept there on big bag money. I told you, he thinks he's the guy. Individualism. Then you're gonna have other people like Anthony.
Keeps playing them, no. Keeps playing them, no.
Okay, cool. This, and before you go to the next one, I wanted to put this to you. Other than 2 positions in the team, I wouldn't say there's any main. He couldn't train anyone else. Fair enough. You got the argument for Mason Mount and Donny van de Beek, but once again, this is not FIFA. You operate in real life. Everyone's saying play the youth, play Hanbury, Maybury, or go and play Mainu when he comes. Bro, before you saw them in pre-season or 1 game ago, you have not researched or looked at these players at all. In the history of United, youth players do not come from the youth into our first team to be relied upon. They come on when we have an inbuilt system for them to then flourish, not for them to put stress on them, for them to have a decent purple patch or a good spell for 6 months, and then there's no development growth since there because they're not being trained. They're just being pushed to perform. The only other positions that I would say he can rotate on is man like Donny van de Beek. I'm gonna keep saying this. What has McTominay done before scoring these goals in the last 2 games, done over the course of the last 2 years to keep justifying a run? Same thing as Rashford. Me personally, I wouldn't start Garnacho for the same reason what I've just said. Yeah, he looks hungry, but if I'm being honest, any game he started, he hasn't looked as impactful from coming off the bench. Secondly, I don't want one of the star youth players coming into the first team to bench somebody. That doesn't make any sense because then why are you spending 70 million on someone like Jadon Sancho? Why are you spending 30, 40 million on Diallo? Why are you spending money on Pelestri? But for you to keep, that's I said, it's a contradiction within itself. He's gonna have these decisions that he falls on his sword with, but people need to see the bigger picture, which is the reason as to why, even if his signings are terrible, why are his signings terrible? Because last time I checked, we were supposed to have a director of football, and what's their job to do? Recruit the bloody team. And if that hasn't done, all what you're seeing now, it starts from the top. Don't just see the face of Ten Hag, because you see him very, very abrasive and doesn't really want to talk to nobody. No, look at the bigger issue and actually focus and see what we can actually do. Or be patient, because if you're gonna say Ten Hag out now, yeah, hold tight, because this fan channel, all you're gonna ever hear every single year is gonna be the same thing. Oh, this manager, I think he might be the one following season. You know what? Yeah, even though he overachieved the first season and didn't really get back the second season,
100%.
managers. You need the brain. You need to think. Don't be so stringent. Just be like, oh, I hate this club. I know it hurts right now, but you use the. Don't
You think we're beating
use
City?
buzzwords.
You think we're beating City?
Me personally, see, haven't looked convincing the last 2 games I've watched them. Once again, it's a derby, so anything can go because I remember we beat them with Oli. But just the way we're playing against teams, that if we had played the first half of Copenhagen, that's if we start like that, forget about a 7-0. I even though City are not taking off right now, I'm scared, innit? And my main thing is, I think we'll actually be okay. People could think I'm crazy. I think we'll be actually okay because this is something similar to happen in the last season. I think when we get all our starters back, and you have the skill level, like the bar goes another level away from McTominay, away from a Reguilon, away from a Delors. You get your Wan-Bissaka, you get your Luke Shaws in. You get more. So there's people that are starting now. They're on the bench, so you have more of a variety to pick from. And then my main thing is once we have those players back, if Ten Hag listens to all these criticisms now, if you can only take one thing for everyone, whatever the fans are saying, I would say rotation, and it's because I think Bruno Fernandes playing almost every single game for us last season. Yeah, everyone's calling him shit now, but what you need to understand is this: footballers are not supposed to play this amount of games at this amount of time. You need to rest them. It's good enough Bruno saying he wants to play every single game, but what you also need to understand is this: if he plays every single game, the last caller, I think he said something about only world-class players can play consistently, which I just thought was BS. No, because Brighton don't have world-class players like that, but they managed to be consistent because they have an ideology of football. But what they also do is rotate. Bruno can't be expected to play 10 games in a row and you think you're going to get an 8 every single game. Most of the time he actually plays, gives us a 5. It's average or just below, which isn't too bad if you think about it. The amount of games that he plays. It's the same thing as Harry Maguire's when he was playing really, really bad. You play too many games. You need to rotate, and make it a bit more competitive in there. And I say we finish anywhere from 4th to 8th. I'm playing it safe, but I'm saying 4th to 8th. I think main people to look out for probably Tottenham, Brighton. And I think Aston Villa are going to fall away at the end again, like they always do. But I think with Tottenham, the only thing that will mess us up, the only thing that will mess them up, they have a very good start at 11. If they don't get no investment in January and they get 1 or 2 injuries, even though that system is set in place, I don't think they have enough of the squad to then implement that to the same amount of level and output that the other ones were. But anyway, big ups on TV and
long man, anytime, bro.
Prayers and thanks to the Muslims in Islam as well.
Come on, man. Absolutely, man. Big up to you, man. Appreciate, man. Love, man. Give up to you, man. Big up to you. Let's bring on Kaneka. Sorry, Kaneka.
Nice. Yeah, just call me Kane, man. How's it going, Saeed?
Yeah, man. Not too bad yourself, bro. How are you?
Doing good so far. I was right on your last fan calling when I told you it'd get worse. I was right.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, for the turning point against City, that's not going to happen. The only thing we're going to get turned is to get turned into a frying pan because we're getting slapped. That's pretty much it with it. The situation for Manchester United right now, I'm going to speak sense. I'm not going to wear my United hat. I'm actually just going to speak sense. This whole Ten Hag out thing, I don't see the point of it. I don't like the owners. I don't like the board. I don't like the system around this club. Everyone is saying Ratcliffe is going to come here and change the structure. As someone that's done architecture, I can tell you this. If the foundation you have is crap, no matter what structure you put around that foundation, the building will collapse. It will collapse. It doesn't matter what you do, it's going to collapse. We sack Ten Hag, another manager comes in, has to put up with the same foolishness. Everything goes bad. Sack him, get another manager. He comes in, different system, different structure. Put that in place. Foundation is still bad. Get sacked. It's literally just a circle. All right. So that's pretty much it with it. Like, think about this. I'm not I really don't like bringing up his name but I have to bring up his name. This whole thing with our squad, Bruno and Mount can play together. Remember when we signed Bruno Fernandes and they said Bruno and Pogba can't play together?
Mm.
What did Pogba do? Pogba refined his role. He redefined his role. Pogba doesn't need to be in the final third anymore. Pogba withheld his role that amplified Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is best in the final third, the one that links the midfield to the box, basically. That was Bruno's role. Bruno was no chief creator, this creative machine. None of this crap was what Bruno was before when we had Pogba in the midfield. Bruno Fernandes was the person that finished it. Pogba built it, Bruno finishes it. That was all it was. Bruno Fernandes now is being put in the Pogba role. Bruno Fernandes doesn't have the intelligence, he doesn't have the technicality or ability to even do anything of an injured Paul Pogba performs better in that role than Bruno Fernandes. Bruno
Wow.
and Mount cannot play together. Why? I thought Bruno was world class. Why can't a world class player allow another player to come into the squad? Think about this.
Play better.
Yeah.
Yeah, play better. Yeah.
With Paul Scholes, with Paul Scholes, look how much time Paul Scholes redefined his role to when we had Shinji Kagawa. When we had all these guys, Paul Scholes redefined his role so these guys could play. Michael Carrick redefined his role when we had Schweinsteiger and Morgan Schneiderlin. Carrick redefined his role so these guys could play. That's what world-class players do. Bruno Fernandes doesn't have anything of this. And we're going to play Manchester City next with what? What? Am I going to see Bruno Fernandes on the right and Mount in the midfield? And what's that going to do? What is that going to do?
So you're not confident then? You're not confident for Sunday then?
Listen, I'm going to be real. I'm just laughing at whenever Man United play, I have my laptop queued up with circus music. You know the stereotypical clown music? That's what's on whenever Manchester United is playing. I have that turned on every time we play, just circus music to watching all these clowns on the pitch. I've never seen a club with 9 clowns on a pitch, but they're going after the only footballers in this team. I'm telling you, Anthony, I'm telling everybody right now, that guy is Bolivian. That man is from Peru. That man ain't Brazilian. Dan James is more Brazilian than Anthony. Dan James is more Brazilian than Anthony. And that's facts. For the starting 11, do you want what I want, or do you want to know what Ten Hag's going to play?
What you want?
What I want to play, okay. It's going to be Onana in goal. I haven't seen much of the new goalkeeper. All I've seen of him is highlights. I'm not a highlight merchant. The highlights can be from anything else. I've never seen him play specifically, so I'm just going to go with Onana. Right back, is Wan-Bissaka back or no?
No. Dalot, it'll be Dalot.
I'm really not comfortable with that. But Diego Dalot, Rafael Varane, and I'm going Evans. I'm not playing Maguire. You see these people that are going on about Harry Maguire apology? Anybody comes to you with this, please tell them this. Harry Maguire has cost us 63 points in 3 seasons. In 3 seasons combined, him alone has cost us 63 points. That's the most out of any Man United player the last 10 years. From 2010 till now, Harry Maguire has cost us the most points than any other Manchester United player. That's more than Phil Jones. Phil Jones has been here 10 years and he hasn't cost us as much points as Harry Maguire. So, on this Harry Maguire apology, I want him out this club. So, Johnny Evans and Rafael Varane. Left back is going to be Reguilon. I'm just going to have it be Reguilon. Amrabat and Casemiro. Amrabat, Casemiro, and Eriksen. That's my midfield 3.
That's what I was going to go with as well.
I need ball. We're playing Manchester City. I'm sorry. I don't find it pleasuring watching the side I support for 25 years. I don't like seeing them concede 7. I don't like watching them concede 7. I don't know about any other United fan, but I don't take pleasure watching this team get abused so much. I'm wondering why it's being shown on TV. Honestly, I'm convinced that Liverpool game should have a rating M for mature. It shouldn't be on TV. That should be on another website. I'm not going to say it here. That match should be on another
Yeah, yeah.
website. I don't want to see that.
Mm.
On the right wing, I don't want to throw Palestri in this derby. I don't want to see Mount though, and I don't want to see. He's not going to play. So I'm not even going to bring up his name. So it's going to have to be Anthony. Anthony on the right, on the left. I'm going to take a risk, and I'm saying I'm playing Garnacho over Rashford on the left. This game, you're going to need is I'll go up against Kyle Walker. I have more faith in Garnacho being a lot more relentless than Rashford that's just going to run and stop. And we're going to need cover for Regulon. So I'm just going to go Garnacho. And at striker is going to be Hoyland. Originally I was going to go 4-4-2, but this team don't even know how to play. I don't think this team even know how to play the basic football. So that's just it right now. That's what I would go.
Fairs. Big up to you, man, Kane. Appreciate you
Yeah.
coming on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to everybody watching. Make sure you like the video, people. It helps the channel massively out. Let's bring on Ali. Ali, how are you, brother?
Hey, Leb. Hey, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I don't know. I was listening with all the people who's talking about the situation now. For me, it's a little sad because I started loving Man United since I'm Egyptian, living in Italy. I'm starting watching Man United when I was 10 years. Start loving Man United, the famous 99 final. Then keeping on watching every single game, every trophy, everything that we made in the years. Watching Man United right now is very sad for me. Very sad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we are at a very low moment. But the problem that for 10 years right now, we are going worse every single year. And the sad thing that I don't know how we can get out of this, of all that happened in the club. How we can fix the problems of Man United right now, how we can. We keep changing managers, we keep getting players, we keep doing everything, but nothing is working. And personally, I don't know. You can take it with the manager, you can take it with the players, you can take it with the Glazers, you can take it with anyone you want. But the problems are always the same. Maybe we have a little bit of hope with the Qataris coming, change a lot of things, have the financial power, help us getting over it, but keep maybe doing something different, changing everything, changing the whole thing. Right now, it's not the case. Coming, let's hope that he can give something new. But I don't know, man. It's the time to be a Man United fan, especially for someone little old like me, who sees all the years of glory. Being Man United right now is hard to watch.
Yeah, it is. It is. Do you think we're gonna win on Sunday?
Look, Said, I watched Man United for a lot of years, watching football for a lot of years. So, a lot of games that we aside maybe in form, playing against another side that is in form, and the side you expect to lose end up winning. The problem, and we did it a lot of times with Ole, with Mourinho, but the problem right now, this team is not giving me these vibes. I don't feel it this way. I always go to these games when Man United are the underdogs, the famous Man United character that we are Man United. We can always get it right. We can always fight. We can always, in the hard moments, we can be at the hard, maybe changing the moment, being restarting, fight, give a bit of fight, of hope. But this team, the manager right now, I don't see harmony between him and the players. It's not the fact that I'm hoping, but this team is not giving me the vibes or the feeling that maybe this will be the turning point. This time we will get it right. We will get the City game to restart. I don't think that it's not the mood that we are waiting for a big occasion to restart, to get up. I think that something is broken between the manager and the player. It's
Mm.
And I think that the players are winning games because everybody's talking. It's not the manager, it's the players. It's not the
Yeah.
manager, it's the players. And I think the players know it. And they are fighting for their figure, not for the manager. I think we are keep winning because the players know that everybody says, we changed a lot of managers, but the players are the same. But I think there's something broken between the manager and the players is trying to play to win games. Just and if nobody can say they are not playing for them. For me, they are not playing for the manager. They are only giving the bare minimum just to silence everybody who blaming them for the form this year. But I think that something I always thinking about, Ten Hag last year overachieved. No one expected us to do what we did last year. And it's a fact that Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea wasn't in the mix. Aston Villa wasn't that good. The only team that was good at challenging is Newcastle, and managed to get a place in the top 4. I think, to be fair to Ten Hag, we right now we kind of we have to remember that really we are in the middle of a process. The fact that he overachieved last year gave us a lot of hope for this year, but no one expected last year. This year, the change that we have, a new goalkeeper, new players. Sadly, this year we have a poor recruitment. We didn't have the right player this year. That's a problem. The second year of the process, we didn't get the right players. We didn't step up as we expected after last year. But I want to believe that we still in a process. I want to believe that I want to believe it. I like Ten Hag. I want to believe that there will be a turning point. But to be fair to myself, I don't feel it. I think there's something broken. I think it got over the line. I don't like what Sancho did. I don't like that he wasn't the clarity with David De Gea. I love David De Gea. I saw him from his first game in his first season. Big Dave, he can save the Titanic. Someone like me, I knew that the time of David De Gea is over. But I think the club managed it in a poor way, that every other player will see that and think, I can give everything to this club and they will throw me away, even without a game to say goodbye to the fans and get my respect, at least for the years of service.
Yeah.
And then the fact with Sancho, the fact of insisting on Anthony playing poorly, I think Ten Hag and the club managed some situations, some relations with the players, not someone hugely popular like David De Gea getting thrown away out of the club. Even everybody knows that his time was over. I think was managed in a very, very bad way.
Absolutely. Ali, big up to you, man, for coming on. I appreciate you calling in,
Keep
brother.
the good work.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Big up to Ali there. Yeah, man, he feels the pain, man. So we gotta respect that. Let's bring on Musid. Is it Musid here? Musid, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Don't know if I could hear him there. Did you hear him there? Let me bring him one more time. Musid, are
Can you
you
hear
here?
me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you
How
now,
are you?
bro.
How are you, Saeed? You good? Long time.
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. Yeah, long time. And how you feeling?
Alhamdulillah, good, man. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm kind of nervous about the game.
Why?
That
What
look
were
good,
you
man.
nervous about? What are you nervous about? What are you nervous about?
You see, Saeed, how we playing. We just
Yeah.
not good in the eye, man. Really bad. It's really bad, man. I can't even watch it. I can't enjoy it anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's been tough this season, but I'm not still panicking, but I'm scared at the same time.
Mm.
I hope things get better, man. Things will get better. I mean, I'm not gonna judge this season until we have all our players. The problem, we have a lot of injuries.
Mm.
We're always changing. we're always changing our team. We're always changing our defense. We're always changing our midfield. And if if you need to have a consistent team, you need to keep same players all the time. You can't be changing your center back every game. You can't be changing your midfielders every game. You have to build a chemistry here. You can't just changing. It doesn't gonna work. If you look at all the good teams, they have a consistent lineup. Man United don't have consistent lineup, especially defense. You know, you can
Facts.
change anywhere in a, you cannot change center back, especially. You need to build a chemistry. You need to make the goalkeeper will feel comfortable if you have same players playing next to him. Switching up all players, that's a problem too. That's what we've been having. We never tell me a game Manchester United play consistent lineup for just 2 weeks. Tell me any game that you watched. None. Always we have a different people, different lineup. That's the biggest problem. People always been talking about Manchester United in bad form. Our bad form, it didn't start this season. If you remember last season, Saeed, after we won the Carabao Cup, remember after we won in Carabao Cup, our winning percentage dropped pretty bad. Before the Carabao Cup, Manchester United had over 60% winning ratio. After the Carabao Cup final, we dropped all the way 50-some. People don't remember that. But our form started after the Carabao final. We've been really bad. So
Since
it
then,
just
yeah, it's been
continues
very, very
still.
bad.
Yeah, it's still continuing up to now. And this season, the main problem we had last season, we had a consistent lineup. We know our defense. Lindelof, Varane, if it's Varane hurt, Lindelof. And Martinez, we always have them too. Now, we're changing a lot. So that's why you always have bad form. You need a consistent lineup. So that's all I'm saying. We need to just have. I'm gonna judge our season until we have all our players come back, because that's you build it consistently on a consistent lineup. I know we've not been doing that for so long, all this season, and that's the biggest reason why. That's what I'm thinking. But this weekend game, I'm
Now,
predicting
do you think we're
tie.
gonna win?
I think we tie. I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose now. We're gonna draw. Believe it's 1-1, something like that, or 2-2. But I don't think we're gonna lose. That's what I'm thinking.
What would you give your team for Sunday? Give me your team.
Goalkeeper, of course, Onana, Delo, Varane. I play Maguire, so he deserves to play. See, let's see what Maguire made of. You say, oh, he's back, he's come from his back. Let's see, let's play him at big games. We always see him play well on the small teams that he's supposed to play well anyway. So let's see against Man City how he play. And Reguilon, of course, and I started Amrabat. And then what they call Casemiro, and I started number 10 Bruno. One thing I know, Bruno, I'm not the biggest fan of Bruno. But one thing we need to do, we need to stop playing Bruno somewhere else. He's good at number 10. He's good.
Yeah.
Let him play number 10. You seen the game yesterday or the other day when we played the Champions League? You seen what happened?
Yeah.
As soon Bruno Fernandes was shooting number 10, we start creating. Let him play number 10. And another thing about Rashford, stop making Rashford more creator. He's not a creator. When he got the ball, he's thinking it's two mind. Should I shoot? Should I pass? And that's the problem. Look at it. Anytime he have the Rashford ball, he's not making a decision. He's thinking whether to pass the ball or shoot the ball. Just be Rashford. Be who you are. And we know that you're not creative. If you want to shoot, shoot. Don't doubt yourself. That's the problem. When you doubt yourself, and that's what will happen. He's been doubting himself. You cannot make Rashford a creator. He's not creator. Let him be who Rashford is. We get, we like how he is. We like how he is. He's not gonna change right now. Do we really? Are we expecting Rashford to be a creator?
No, no.
Just there's some players that you cannot make who they are not. Really, you're not. Just let them be who you are. That's why anytime he got the ball, his final third is bad because he's in two minds stuck. Oh, whether should I pass? Should I pass? And let me change him. Let me over with my starting lineup. So Rashford. So I give you Bruno instead. Rashford was on the right, left is Anthony, and then Højlund forward. Or I could bring a Martial too. Martial can give you another thing, holding the ball. He's very intelligent player. If I could change the body for Rashford to a Martial would be nice. I need Martial brain to Rashford brain. Switch the brains around.
Mm.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's all.
Okay. Big
Thanks
up to you,
Saeed,
bro.
for
Big up
having
to you,
me,
man.
man. Appreciate it.
Anytime, bro. Anytime,
All
bro.
right.
Anytime, bro.
Salam.
Come on, man. Big up to you. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Let's bring on Nedu. I will be bringing on people on. Don't worry, one by one. Bring on Nedu. Nedu, how are you, brother?
How do you think I am, Saeed?
I don't know, man. I'm asking. You know what I mean? It's one of them, man. Big
How do
game
you
this
think
weekend,
I'm
man.
doing?
Big game. I
What
don't
can,
know. Not happy. Not happy. Not happy.
what can I say, Saeed? What can I say? All I'm gonna say is I'm literally the first person who called this man out. I called him out because I didn't call him out just to say I'm different, but when everyone was like championing what he was doing, I'm just like, I've seen this before.
Mm.
I've seen this before, like, and I'm not ready to deal with it. You know, like
Mm.
I don't know, man. I mean, I joined late, so I don't know what the topic exactly is on. So maybe you can give,
Do you think Ten Hag can turn it around?
he can't turn it around, Saeed. Like if we're all being honest with ourselves, he cannot turn it around. I know you, Saeed. I know deep down you know. I know deep down you know he cannot turn it around. It's more hope. It's more hope. But I don't even have that hope anymore. I'm not going to lie. At the start of the season, I remember I told you I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. After the Wolves game, I'm like, I'm not even going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You know, like,
That's it now.
tell me how you go to Sheffield United and get dominated. Like, after that, I'm just like, no. I didn't watch the Copenhagen game. Like, I couldn't. I could not put on another United match and support them. That is how much dissatisfied I am with this man. I couldn't put on the game because I cannot bring myself to watch a United match anymore. It's ridiculous. And what do I know? I asked my friend who's also a United fan, I'm like, how did we play? I heard we won. He's like, bro, we were shit. I don't know, man. Like, he needs to go. I feel like at this point, I want Ratcliffe to come in because I feel like he's the only one who has the balls to get him out of this team. He cannot turn it around. If you are getting dominated by the likes of Sheffield United, who, by the way, had no senior player on the bench. No senior player on their bench. Their first three center backs are all injured, by the way. And you still get dominated. Like, how can you explain that as a United coach, as a Manchester United coach? And then I see on I watched the what's the name? I rewatched your what do you do on Wednesdays? The Mandem podcast. And look, Neji, I love Neji as a person, but like he talks a lot of crap, man. Like, how can he said something that it almost pissed me off. What does he mean by 400 million is irrelevant?
That's why I try to challenge him, man. It can't be because the ones that are playing now, even Mount, he's on the bench. You know,
Like,
the players that we bought.
You know what beats me? Like, I don't like Mount, but Mount has played better than Bruno.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is Bruno still playing? You come out and you say Eriksen changes the game, but you still start him on the bench.
It's mad, isn't it? When you think about it, it's
mad. And just in front of our eyes, Maguire is making his comeback to the team. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't even know. I promise you, mark my words, clip this. If he starts the team he started on Tuesday against Man City, we're getting at least 6-0. At the very least, 6-0. I said it here first because I've seen this before. And we keep seeing it over and over again. This man needs to go. At this point, I don't care who comes in. Bring Carrick. Bring Karen McKenna at this point. They know the players at least. Bring someone who would use common sense. Because okay, we brought him in because he has style. He has showed us no style. We brought him in because he's a coach. He does not coach. So why
You
is
know
he
what?
here?
If he wins on Sunday, do you think he'll turn it around?
No,
Anything?
like Ten Hag, he's used all the chips. The only way this man can turn it around is if he wins the fucking league. Win the league, win the Champions League, and then I'm going to
But
give
you
you
never
some more
expected
hope.
that though.
I'm
You
not
can't expect this
expecting
from this
because
team.
he cannot do it. He cannot. He literally cannot do it.
What manager can do it with this group of players? You know what managers out there?
See, let me look. We need, first of all, we need a director of football. But I feel like even getting a director of football cannot work with Ten Hag because he will not. He's too stubborn. Remember when he came into Manchester United, there were like a lot of reports saying he's not going to take the job if he's not given full responsibility of the transfer window, right? So are you trying to tell me now that if Ratcliffe comes in and brings in a director of football, he's going to say, oh yeah, remember we already had a director of football. He chose not to go with Ralph Ragnick. So he could do his own thing. He's doing his own thing and he's fucking it up. Badly. You cannot tell me you were given 400 million and the best you can do is a Carabao Cup and third place finish in a season that two of the top teams played shit. If Liverpool and Chelsea were firing on all cylinders, we would have finished fifth.
Give me your team for Sunday. Give me your team before we go. Give me your team for Sunday.
Yeah, Onana, start him.
Yeah.
I mean, let this momentum keep going. Lovely save. I was looking at him sideways, but that save is something De Gea wouldn't do. So kudos to him. I love it when people prove me wrong. Kudos to him. Start him. Dalot, start Dalot on the right back, of course. I do not want to see Maguire. I want to see Varane and Evans. Evans is way better than Maguire. I want to see Evans. And I want like Regulon, obviously he's been playing good. I don't know why he took him off the other time, the last time. Like that shit. Regulon. Now, I don't know. Is Casemiro back?
Casemiro is back, yes.
I would play Casemiro and Amrabat, and then I'll start Eriksen in the 10. I would give Casemiro a lot of like room to push forward and help out Amrabat. But I would tell Eriksen, just keep the ball. The only way we can get Man City to not score is keep the ball for ourselves. If we remember this one match where we actually played them, it was under Oli, where we won 2-0. Remember, they dominated it at first, but then we kept the ball, and they couldn't score. And when they tried to attack, like to counter us, McTominay scored that long range shot. You know, even the last time we won them, we kept a lot of the ball. The last season, we kept a lot of the ball. The only way you can win, when Man City and Brighton play, it's always a good match because you see both teams keeping the ball. The only way you can stop them from scoring you is by keeping the ball. Keep the ball, which means Bruno cannot play that match. I don't want to see Rashford play. Start Garnacho at this point. I don't even give a shit, but I just don't want to see Rashford.
As well.
I would say start Garnacho on the right-hand side, start Martial on the left, and play Højlund in the middle. Or start Højlund on the right, play Martial up top, and play Garnacho on the left. And what you're going to tell Garnacho and Højlund is hug the wings. Tell Højlund, bully the life out of Guardiola. He's not a natural left back. Bully him. He's a fighter. Bully him so that Diaz will come out to help him. Leave Martial in the middle to deal with. I'm sure Martial can handle Stones. I'm pretty sure Martial is that technical if he doesn't get injured at this point. Learn to drag out the center back. Move to Guardiola. Let Diaz come help him out. Give Martial a one-on-one chance. And then if he can't beat him, I trust Garnacho to take. Well, he can't take Walker for a run, but like I trust Garnacho to keep pushing. He will try.
And to be fair, he did well in the FA Cup when he came on. He did well in the FA Cup.
Garnacho will try. That's one thing I like about him. He's not the best footballer, but he will try. That's one thing. So just tell him, keep running at Walker. Let Martial take care of Stones. And I want Højlund to bully Guardiola to the point that Diaz comes to help him out. Like this, like let them think of something to do. We should not be the only ones thinking of how to stop them. Let them think of how to stop us for once. We're Manchester
Facts.
United, Said. We're Manchester
We
fucking
used to
United.
be.
We're not West Brom.
We used to be. We used
We're
to be,
not
but not
West
anymore.
Brom, man. I
We
mean, that's
used
my
to be,
two
but not
cents.
anymore.
I know people would say, "Oh, I'm chatting shit, I'm waffling," but like, when do we actually start thinking like the club that we are?
Mm.
When?
When the club
Anyway,
act, when
man,
the
let
club
me not
leaves,
take,
when the
let me,
Glazers leave, yeah. But
man,
love,
let
man,
me not take too
Ledu,
much of
always
the
a
time.
pleasure.
Take
Come on,
care,
my
man.
guy. Always, bro. Always, man. Big up to Ledu. Let's bring on Wavy J. Wavy J, what you saying, brother? You good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you saying?
I'm good, bro. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. What you thinking of the game, man?
What you thinking of the game, man? I mean, do I have to say we're gonna get turned over, bro? It's simple as that. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Like United or shambles, bro. The fact that the fact that we are relying on Bruno, Rashford, players like that. It's sad, dude. It's actually sad. You can hear the life is out of me, cause United is done for, bro. And the crazy thing is, Said, is that even if United win this weekend, which they probably can do, it's not impossible.
Mm.
It's gonna put that veil over people's eyes once again, and everyone's gonna, pretend like there's not deep problems. So
Mm.
it's it's not looking good, bro. Honestly, like the guy on the left that's wearing number 10, he's wearing the number 10. I hope he sees this. Rashford, this is a message to you, dude. Just leave United, dude. You're not good enough. Honestly, like if 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 maybe he wants to change his attitude, because I saw the other night against Copenhagen. I don't know if you saw this. He ran with the ball, lost it, went back to go get it again, which was good. I applaud him for that. And then he ran it out again for a goal kick. And it's like you said, what is my man doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? So,
Mm.
I hear people say that um, we need to keep the ball against City. I hate to say this, and guys in the chat, please don't take this as a heap of praise towards Bruno. But Bruno will actually work in this game because the balls he gives to Rashford, they kind of have a thing going on. So hopefully that works. But United's not going to keep the ball against City because they're not trained for that. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. We're not good enough to play that type of football. So it's looking peak, and we're probably gonna get knocked out of the Champions League. We're not making top four. That's that's the reality of it.
Mm.
That's the reality. It's
Big up,
it's
man. Big
looking
up, Wavy J, man.
it's looking peak side. But hey, thanks for having me on, bro. I just came here for a quick rant.
Come on, man. Big up to you. I'll see. We'll see. Big up to you. Let's bring on Sachin. Then we'll bring on Lesso, and then Condinho as well. In the building. Sachin, what you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad, man. How you feeling, man? Do you think Ten Hag can turn it around against City?
I'm not expecting any win, not gonna lie, but I think the biggest problem, well, we have a lot of problems, but I think one thing that I've really noticed is that we have no control over the midfield. Especially watching the Sheffield United game in Copenhagen, like these are like weaker teams that we should be like dominating and comfortably winning, but like we're struggling against that. And I think the biggest thing is that I cannot see Amrabat, McTominay, and Bruno in that midfield against City. Otherwise, it's 4-0 at halftime. I guess I can. Can I speak my starting 11 against Man City? I guess.
Yeah. Go for it,
For
bro.
sure. Onana in goal. Hopefully that penalty save like inspires him. So I think that should be good. Varane has to be there, no doubt about it. I'm gonna put Maguire in there just because he's in form. He probably is gonna get exposed by City. I think Evans also will get exposed, but I think it's the best we got. And I don't see any other option because Licha's not there, nor is Shaw. Dalot, only option we got. Regulon. Kase is back, right?
Yeah, Casemiro's back. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Casemiro and Amrabat in the midfield. And I know Ten Hag's not going to do this, but I'm going to play Eriksen at cam. I think that's his best position, especially watching him back in the day at Spurs and Inter Milan. I always thought of him as a cam. And again, at Copenhagen, his creativity was really helpful in winning us the game. So I think that we have to have. Right wing, probably going to put Anthony. I don't know any, I guess Palestri and Anthony, I'll go with that. Left wing, I'm going to go with Garnacho, just because I think Rashford, he's not been performing. I like Rashford, but he's just not performing. And I think Rashford and Bruno, they have to be dropped because they're not been performing. And I think that Garnacho has to be given the start. And then I think maybe Rashford and Bruno could come off the bench. I don't know. And then up top, Rasmus Højlund.
First. Now, big up, man. Big up to Sachin. Hope you're well, man. And
Yeah, you too, bro.
Big up, man. Big up, man. Let's bring on Lesso TV. Lesso, are you there, bro? Oh, don't think we can hear Lesso TV. Let's bring on Lesso. I don't know if Lesso, I couldn't hear you there. I'm gonna come back to you, Lesso. I don't know if I could hear you there. Let's bring on Condinho. I know you're
big up, Saint. Yeah. It's I'm the City fan who I've got your brother's hoodie, this one.
Yeah, man. Big up. Man.
This one.
Appreciate
I got another one. I got the grey
man,
one as well. I think it was the first edition. Those first two sets.
Yeah. First edition. Yeah. Big up, man.
I hope you're well, Said.
Yeah, man.
I'm Moroccan and Dutch as well, half Dutch. I was born in Holland. Honestly, I don't see what's so good about Ten Hag. I don't fear him anymore. I got scared when he went to United. The moment after last season and now, I'm not scared of him anymore. The only way I can see you guys beating us is like last season with an offside goal and the refs on your side. I'm not even being salty. The game's the game. I'll be shameless as well. I just don't understand how you can win this. I generally I'll even show you this. I'm going to turn off my camera to show you the lineup of last season. Yeah? 1 second. I'm going to change my Avi. This is the team that we played. Zoom in and I'll show you who played.
There we are.
Cancelo, he's out. He's not in the club anymore. Akanji is suspended. So he's a bozo. He's not going to be playing. Ake won't be playing. It'll be Gvardiol, Diaz, Stones, and Walker. So that'll be fully solid. Then you've got Rodri. Okay, we don't have Kevin De Bruyne, but I generally believe we still have the creativity with Rodri being more advanced. He would be solid defensively, but I reckon no matter who you partner with Kovacic, I think he will give him that solidity, and it will be probably Doku and Haaland and Foden or someone else. Even Grealish is, let's be honest, Grealish is a foul me merchant. So I generally believe, I think one of your fullbacks will get booked within the first half, in my opinion. I just don't see how you can win this unless the refs are on your side with an offside goal. And to be honest, Ten Hag, he'll be lucky to see the end of his contract. Because let's be honest, the same things that you gave the criticism of your fan base was Jose Mourinho and Oli and Van Gaal style of play, the results. It's a mixture. For me, I reckon certain players will turn on him. The moment Rashford turns on him and Bruno, he's done for. Because let's be honest, Rashford's never going to get sold because he's Manchester boy through and through.
Yeah,
are your fans going to really first of all, are the club going to sell him? No. Will your fan base unify and say to sell him? No. So at the end of the day, it's it's time's running out for Ten Hag because he'll be lucky to see his end of his contract. Because
any players you see a threat? Any players from United you see a threat as?
Højlund looks good. Højlund looks good.
Fairs.
I would be scared if you played Wan-Bissaka, but there's no Wan-Bissaka. And to say something as well, I reckon Varane can't work without Martinez, and Martinez can't work out with Varane. They both need each other. I think that's what makes them so. That's what made them so solid. I don't think one or the other can do by themselves, because you saw with Varane when he never had Ramos, he kind of struggled and was kind of scared. Do you remember that time when he played the round of 16 against us, and Jesus is not very that good as a striker, and he had him on strings. So, in my opinion, they both need each other. Otherwise, they will struggle on their own.
Give me your score prediction.
I reckon 2-0. 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
All right.
Us, yeah.
Bless up then.
Good luck.
Bless up, Cordelia, man. I appreciate you coming on. Big salam. You too, bro. Let's bring on Lesso TV, football TV. Can you hear me now?
Definitely. Are you good, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
No, I'm actually pissed off. I mean, you know what's happening with us at the moment. You see, I'm hearing different sides of the stories with regards to Ten Hag, man. Like, guys, at some point, we understand that the Glazers are bad owners, and we want them out, but you're not gonna get them out realistic, as with things the way things are going, right? So, what is practical in the solution that we're trying to find? Are we gonna keep Ten Hag based on the fact that the Glazers are bad, or are we keeping Ten Hag because we can actually see what he's trying to do? Because I feel like a lot of fans confuse the two. Right now, he doesn't have. I mean, we're in our second season. We still don't have a style of play. He has regressed in terms of tactics, overall tactics on the pitch. So, what the practical solution in this, my man? I mean, it would be to get rid of the manager, because we can't get rid of the owners. So we can't keep both, because both of them are breaking out. You understand? So I'm thinking, man. There are managers out there. We're not built for long-term success, which is kind of obvious. There are managers that may that can get the best of what we currently have. I mean, people are saying the Tottenham manager, it's a different situation because it's a different club. I fairly disagree, man. I fairly disagree, because as a manager, the first thing that we identify you with is your style of play. That's the first thing you implement. That's the very first basic thing that you implement, because there is no sustainability behind what we're doing. I said this even last season. I remember when I called. I said, what we're doing, we may get away with it last season, but the following season we're gonna have to see something, because this is where the chicken are coming to roost, man. I mean, it's not sustainable what we're doing. We haven't played one good game. This is one thing people are forgetting. We haven't played one good game this season. You cannot be 10 games into the season and you haven't had one good game. Something's gonna happen. I'm telling you, either it's the City game or something. Like we really very close to getting a draw, because the games we've been playing, we got away with it. A lot of times we got away with it. So there's no excuses. 400 million spent. People are saying it's the context behind the money spent, but you have to understand, people are like saying that it's because he's not the one negotiating. But at the end of the day, he still has to sign off on those players. He still have to say, okay, I agree that you can spend 60 or 70 million on whatever, because the sporting director comes back to you. This is at every football club. I'm not trying to hear this. At every institution, a sporting director, if you have one, has to come back to you and say, okay, this is the guy you want, right? This is what they're asking for. Do you still want to go for him? And this is the budget. So the manager has to have that level of common sense, since Right now, he didn't want your Ralph Ragnick around. He didn't want any aspect like that, and he chose to trust Jan Murta. So he wanted to be in control of those. So you have to be held accountable for your decisions that you take at the end of the day. So in this case, it's all on him. I'm sorry to say it, but if you have 100 million as a budget, and they tell you that a player is 60 million, I'm not spending 60 million on the player. If I'm seeing that this is how much I'm gonna pay for one player when I need 3 or 5 players in different other positions, I'm not doing that. My common sense won't let me do that, because I know for a fact if I get that player, I'll be able to fill other positions within the pitch. So that's why I'm saying that even the signings themselves, Mason Mount, I doubt Ajax and Amsterdam were gonna sign him. I really don't think, because he does not fit the profile that the style of play. If you look at the way Ajax play, he's not a position-based player. He isn't. Snap.
Give me your score prediction before I let you go. Score prediction for Sunday. Oh, I think he's gone. Looks like he's gone there. Sorry about that, Lesso. Appreciate you coming on, though, man. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up to everybody who's joined into the call-in show, man. That has been your call-in show today, people. Big up to everybody here. If you would do me a favor, it would be an honor and a pleasure. Please, guys, like the video, man. We're bringing you good content, call-in shows, everything, man. So make sure you just like the video to appreciate the content. That would be amazing. And then I'll see you tomorrow, guys, man. It's been a pleasure. Big up to everybody who called in. I'll see you soon. Big.